Blue 42. Hut, hut.
Hey everybody, I'm Greg Bedard, the NFL writer at the Boston Globe, here with Super Bowl winning tight end Jermaine Wiggins, and we are going inside the Patriots playbook with a look at the Patriots' AFC Championship game opponent, the Baltimore Ravens, who Jermaine, are coming off a tremendous victory on the road at Denver. I know a lot of people like to hate on Joe Flacco, the Ravens quarterback, and he looked shaky at times.
Yeah.
The first half against the Colts was rough, but man, some of the plays that he made against the Broncos were of the elite variety, including this one. Jermaine, you talked about it. You thought this was the biggest play in the game. Ravens are backed up on their own 3-yard line in overtime, facing 3rd and 13. I mean, if they don't convert, Denver pretty much wins the game on a field goal. So why don't you take us through this humongous reception to Dennis Pitta, the tight end?
Yeah, and I'm one of those guys that falls into the same category with Flacco. He's up, he's down. But this play is what we like to call in the NFL picking peanuts. And that means he placed a perfect ball and Pitta picked it right off the top of his head. And what you see here is he does a good job initially of having a pre-snap read of where he wants to go. He has all these guys walked up in the line of scrimmage here. All these guys are up close on the line of scrimmage. So he's thinking in his mind, where is my best matchup here? He's off the ball, so he has some space here. He has some space here, space here. So he says, you know what? Here's my matchup. 3rd and 13, kind of my go-to guy, Pitta. We know what he's been able to do this season. He's a guy that's been, very valuable about catching footballs, and he's done a good job of it. And so he looks at this matchup, and the defense, the way Denver plays it, it almost looks like it's going to be, Pitta versus him. But they do a good job defensively scheming it, but I just don't understand the defense that they play. What they do is they bring him, they run him out underneath this guy here. They drop him. They drop this safety here, and they bring it, so which opens up all this football field right here. Pitta runs right down the seam, and you're going to see, I think his name is
Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard.
Former Jet safety.
He's down up in the line, and he runs underneath him, but there's no help over the top. But he's running stride for stride, and Flacco does a tremendous job. He puts that football only in one spot and one spot only where his tight end can make a play on the football. Right over the top of Leonard's head, nice and high, a good ball for Pitta to catch. He's got to turn his shoulders a little bit, but you know what? As a former tight end, those are the balls that you want to catch. You want to see it in his hands. He puts it right on the top, gives him a nice room, and it's just a beautiful catch and throw. And defensively, it was right in that soft spot, and it was a great job by Flacco. I mean, he made some big throws, but I think, to me, that was the biggest throw, because when you're in that situation, you're backed up knowing that if I don't make this throw and if I don't put it in a position where my receiver can make the play, now we're punting out of our own end zone, giving it to Peyton Manning, short field and overtime. And so you got to give Flacco a lot of credit on that.
For Jermaine Wiggins, I'm Greg Bedard. Thanks everybody for watching Inside the Playbook, and we'll see you next week after the AFC Championship game.